It's Friday. Whoop whoop. Hi guys. Let's plug it in. Ah. Oh, goodness. Hey Dawn. Hi Bonnie. Hi guys. Thank you for joining us tonight. Let's see. Hey girl. I'm trying to wave. Waving. All right, we're waiting for Sarah to join us. Yay, there you are. Let me give you an invite. There we go. Quest. Let's see if it works. Hello from Hawaii. Love it. My hair is in my face. Hey guys. I'm waving. All right, I'm trying to get Sarah in. You know, it never goes right the first time, so let's try to do this again. She's hailing from Texas tonight. Oh my God, you're in! Yay! Hold on. I can scoot down. Hey, girl!
Is that fan like bothersome in the background?
It's a little loud, but we can hear you.
Let me just turn it on.
My eyes watering. Ah! Feel water.
Okay. Better?
Yes, perfect. Thank you. We're here finally. Oh my God. Hold on. I gotta like scoot down. Hold on. Me and my tall ass. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm tired.
Aw. Are you at the shop tonight?
Yes. I'm
Sweet. Awesome. I'm so excited. So we have no rain tonight, is that right?
no rain. It's been nice and hot.
Hot. It was hot as heck today. Holy moly. Oh yeah. I got stuck in traffic for about 30 minutes, maybe an hour. And I have a tan line for where I was wearing my dress. It was awful. Awful. We're saying hello. There's people. Can you see the comments coming through?
I can, yes. Hey.
They're just saying hi to you. All right, we're going to start. We have plenty of people in here right now. So thank you for joining us. This is Sarah. She's going to be our feature Friday for our Welding Women's Syndicate. Oh my goodness. So we had a little hiccup last week. I was working on a car. Anyhow, so we're back. We got her in. I'm so excited. I have so many things I want to geek out about with you. So we're going to just go ahead and go right into it. So, Sarah, tell me how the heck you got into welding? Because you have a very interesting story, don't you?
Well,
Yeah.
I got into welding because I wanted to help my husband when we moved out to this property because we have 14 acres and we need to put cows out here.
Oh, cool.
So I wanted to find a trade with the welding to help build the pipe fence around our place. And I didn't realize that that was going to take me on a different path with art metal.
So did you end up going to school for art?
I went, no, I've never taken any kind of art classes for art metal or even any kind of art classes whatsoever. So it's just been everything I make. I kind of like look at other people's art and go with that. I haven't really had any formal education whatsoever.
I love that. What was one of your first sculptures that you started working on?
The very first sculpture that I started working on was my longhorn bull, and that was because of Thomas Hinkle over at ACC, and he asked me to compete in Skills USA on a team fab collaboration. And the two guys that were on the team, they just laughed at me and went back to work. And so my instructor was like, hey, how about you just make a sculpture and compete in the sculpture competition at Skills USA? So I made the longhorn. And the only reason he really asked me to do that because he came over to one of our parties that we had here and he saw that I had painted oil paintings. And so I had this beautiful painting of two horseback people, like there was a male and a female on a horseback and the sunset in the background.
Mm-hmm.
And he's, wow, I can't believe like how much color and it just looks so real. So he asked me to paint him a longhorn and I painted him a longhorn. So that's when he asked me to actually make a longhorn when he came forth with make a sculpture for Scales USA. So I went to Scales USA back in 2015, and with that longhorn, I won state for gold. Then I went to the national competition in Louisville, Kentucky, or Louisville, or Louisville, or however you want to pronounce
However.
it. Kentucky.
Right.
So I went there and I got the silver.
I love it.
The next year, I competed again, and I made a tarpon, and I won the gold at nationals for Skills USA. So that's kind of like how I really started with making art, because I was getting a SDC to do, code welding on buildings or pipe or your clean room welding or any of that, structural code, AWS stuff. So, but I do have my AWS, or not my AWS, my associates in code welding.
Oh, that's very cool. So that would make sense. All the very interesting, like skeletons that you start with when you begin your sculptures.
Right. The framework and
Structurally correct. I love it. Well, I really want you to walk us through that eventually, but that is so cool. I always like geek out on your frames and like look because, I've never gone into like a more 3D dimension for my work. And I'm like, how should I start? So how did you even like think about, you know what? I'm going to just build this skeleton and I'm going to build on that. Like, what were you thinking? Were you just thinking, okay, I need to make the foundation first because of code welding? Is that how it worked out when you started begin with your first sculpture?
well, I mean, code welding is a really good foundation to have when you're making sculptures, partly because of the integrity that you would have making your art and being out in public places or wherever your art's going to go. It's not going to fall apart if you know exactly how to get that penetration correct and be able to have, very good welds, clean welds, or sometimes even art they want, dirty welds. But the framework is really good to start with because at least from there you can start piling on. Like just start adding more. Or you can actually minus it if you needed to, remove metal as you go.
Right. So did you really just start like just, I don't know, not practicing, but just try different textures and different looks for like, for instance, like one of your stingrays, like, let me try this out. Was it just basically like trial and error?
Well, the stingrays don't have much texture, but if you're asking about like the heat temper colors, is that
Like
what
the
you're asking?
heat temper. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the heat temper colors, it's nice to have a pattern to it. It kind of hides, some of the not necessarily grind marks, but where it's not as smooth and those colors actually do very wonderful things for making it come alive.
I love it.
There's a
Now
lot of people,
I started
people joining.
Yeah, you see it coming through?
Yeah.
Well, I can only see what is in currently, but at the end I'll tell you who came through 100% because right now there's 20, but they join in, they leave. They join in, they leave. And I can see it like running through. There's a bunch of people they just keep joining in, joining in, joining in.
I had that fan on because mosquitoes are so bad right now. Like,
oh no,
I've got like 15 of them flying around my shop, and I have bug spray on, but the fans like send them another direction. Like they're just went one.
you have humidity there, right?
Oh yeah, it is very, very humid right now. We had a lot of rain, so the humidity is just it makes things rust a lot.
Oh
And
yeah, I
the
imagine.
mosquitoes are breeding like there's nothing.
I know. We have like there's like a break in the video right now. Like we can see you, but it's like on a delay. And we can hear you fine, but I know. It's
It,
driving me
it
crazy.
it's because I live in the country. I don't have like
I
Wi-Fi.
know, I know.
Yeah, I'm on my hotspot, so I'm trying my best.
No, you're fine. We can hear you fine, but the video is just like it's being funky right now. But it's also Instagram. Don't worry. Um, quick question: do you have a favorite project that you worked on?
Well, they're all my favorites.
Do you get sentimental? Do you get attached to them?
I do, but at the same time that they need to go.
Right,
But
right,
you know, because looking at it, I'll just want to do more to it and try to perfect it, and it's just me being picky
right,
when people are like, oh my gosh, that's amazing, and they love it, and but me, I'm like, oh, I want to fix that, or I want to change this, I want to change that, and
right.
I just send it on its way and then start something new, because otherwise I will be stuck and I won't move on.
Really? Oh my goodness. So okay, so at this point you've done 13 stingrays, right? Why
Yeah.
the popularity on that? I mean, obviously they're stinking cool, right? But is there like one person that they're commissioning you to purchase these, or is just everybody loves them? Or can you even tell me this?
Well, everybody is loving them, and the fact that they're actually affordable, because they're not like my high dollar, shark or sea
Right,
turtle. I mean, this right here, they can get a stingray for a couple $100 for a small one, or $750 for like a 24-inch.
right.
So it's a little bit more affordable for them to go ahead and get. And yeah, I grumble about making more stingrays. I want to like make other stuff, but I appreciate that everybody's liking them, because that's a good thing. I can't complain that there's something that I make, and then there's a lot of people wanting to go ahead and get it. In fact, I have to make 4 more after this.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I'm looking at ways to go ahead and get my sheet metal like already cleaned, so I don't have to grind off that mill scale or flap disc it off, because that's what's the part that I don't like doing, is trying to clean off that mill scale
Right.
so I can go ahead and weld, and then have it clean enough so I can put those heat tempered colors on there so they show.
Well, the comments, you guys are wild. Shoot. Okay, so someone wants to know about your boots. Like,
Oh.
hey, those are so cute.
Yeah, that's pair number 13 on the pair I've got on right now. I've got 14 at home, and I've been wearing these boots for since we moved out here to this property, and partly because of where I live, there are snakes like out
Right.
in the woods. So having these boots on like helps when I walk around out
Right.
there. I shot a 5-foot rattlesnake when we first got here, and I skinned it and I mounted it.
There you go. Look at, I'm a boot fan. Trust me, I get it.
Yeah.
I'm
Boots
used to
are
this.
great.
Yeah, I'm used to having snakes around, so I get it.
And a lot of people comment about my boots and how I wear my jeans inside my boots, and they're always like concerned, like that I'm gonna fill up my boot with nothing but a bunch of welding sparks or
Yeah,
dross and stuff. And I'm like,
yeah.
I don't do a lot of overhead welding. If I was up there doing overhead on like structural stuff, I wouldn't be wearing these boots.
Right.
But I sit at my little table and I MIG weld. In fact, I burn my butt more than anything, because those sparks come down onto my seat. So
Right, right.
I'm gonna get I'm gonna get myself a little piece of leather to go across my lap, so that way it doesn't like burn my cheeks, because that's not fun.
No, I just did that not too long ago. I put a hole right through my pants and I burned my butt. So,
Yeah.
and I didn't have the cute little tractor seat so that it, like went past through. It actually stayed there and continued to burn my behind. And that's not fun.
Now, then you go take a shower and you're like, what's that? Oh my gosh, I burned my.
You completely forget about it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks. Now, can we talk about that cute little watermelon right behind you? What? That is the most adorable hood ever.
And then I have it where it's kind of sliced on the side.
Oh, how cute. I never saw that part. So, what is the story behind this?
Well, Wild Beast had sent me out the auto darkening,
Uh-huh.
and I said, okay, awesome. I'll have to get myself one of these pipeliner hoods and put it in there, but I'm going to paint it up. And when I started, the original idea was really to just put shamrocks all over it because my birthday is St. Patrick's Day.
Oh,
And
cute.
I was going to put shamrocks all over it. So I started painting it green, but when I was putting the green on, I was like, oh, damn, that looks like watermelon. So I continued with the pattern.
Yeah. That is so adorable. I know.
Thank
I
you.
just seen a couple of people comment about it. I love that. That is so cute. I love it. Now, do you have a favorite hood?
Well, not necessarily yet. I've always been using my Lincoln over here,
Mm-hmm.
right there, and that one has got the HD, and I've just always been using it. Then I have the Outlaw leather one,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
there's
That's...
a Yes Welder, and then my watermelon. But
How do you like the Yes Welder?
I'm sorry.
How do you like the Yes Welder hood?
I like the panoramic on it, but the side views, it's not tinted enough, and it lets in a little bit too much light. And then you notice, like, after an extended period of time, that you get it's just a little bit too light in there with the arc. So I told them about that if they had an ability to send
Wow.
out darker shades on the sides, it would really make a big difference. But other than that, I mean, it works just like any other auto darkening hood.
Yeah.
And the vision is great, but it's just those sides,
Right.
That one, I know they make others that don't have those sides,
Mm-hmm.
but that, like, just too much light.
A lot of my students rock that one, and I love that. It's actually more lightweight than I had originally thought it was. And I always try them. If they come into the classroom and it's something I've never tried, I'm always grabbing them. But I'm a fan of that one, actually. And I have the
Yeah, pancake hood. Do you have pancake hood?
No.
No, I don't either. Yeah, I know that they're very ergonomical.
Right.
So when you're turning your head, you're not going to jab yourself here or
Well, and it
here.
keeps all the light out because you're completely blocked in.
Yeah.
So that's always good. I'm not, you know what? I tried it and it was so weird for me. I know pipe welders do it all the time, but I'm used to my T94 or a pipeliner.
Uh-huh.
I did not like it. I was like, oh, it's actually still in my toolbox right now. I just wasn't a fan.
Well,
To
you
each
can
his own.
just display them like I
Right.
do.
I just make it artwork. So
Yeah.
tell me, I know I'm gonna geek out on all of them. What is the story behind your butterfly? This is when I actually first started following you. I don't know who posted it or what it was, but I'm a fan. I have a butterfly on my neck. And
Uh-huh.
I was like, I don't know who it is or what it is. I followed and then I was like, oh my gosh, her work is so cool. So what is the story behind that butterfly sculpture?
Well, um, my father that passed away about 7 years ago, he had this little tiny miniature butterfly lady, and I have it. I have it in my bathroom. And it's got blue wings, and she's just standing, kind of covering herself. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to make that.
Aww.
And it was at the time that I had quit working at a clean room place where I was doing orbital welding.
Mm-hmm.
I was transitioning, like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna make art rather than working for somebody else and having them make me work more than 40 hours a week. So that butterfly lady has been like a watershed or a chrysalis for me, like showing that, you know, I'm gonna make my art, spread my wings, and just soar.
Oh, I love that. That's so beautiful. Yep, love that.
The only problem about that butterfly lady is that the making the wings was one thing with just the frame, but the epoxy resin with the glass and the cure times with your pores, it took me a month to finally get those wings to where they were level on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
There are some little bugs in there too.
Oh, that's funny. Was that a commission piece or was that a private piece for you?
It I made it because I wanted to make it, and I did sell it.
Aww.
So I would have kept it. I would have liked it, but my husband was like, I don't like it. And I'm like, you know what? I like it because I love the way it captures the light when the sun comes through the wings, because it's got flash cards. And oh, she was really pretty, and probably my most detailed and finished out piece that I took a lot of time, like 6 months to make that one.
Ooh, are you serious? Wow, that's crazy. I love that one. I know. I'm a butterfly fan, so I love the story. Everybody has a cool story when it comes to a butterfly when they talk about him. So I love that. That's a cool. I love that. So do you ever like keep track of the person who has it? Like, hey, can I see that? We have a little visitation.
In fact, the guy that bought my butterfly also bought both my sea turtles.
Oh, cool.
And 2 stingrays.
Right on. So he's starting an art gallery of yours.
Right, yes.
Right.
He's like, if you're going to make any more sea life, I'd love to purchase it. And I'm like, how about a shark? But he didn't like the shark because he goes, oh, tiger shark. He goes, those are those sharks that attack people in Hawaii. And I'm like, yes, but they got really cool patterns.
So. Aw, darn it. That's cool. So talking about galleries, I saw a picture of you standing in a gallery. So how cool is it to first feature your work in a gallery?
Oh, with the armadillo?
Mm-hmm.
That was the ACC student art gallery that they were having, and my longhorn bull was in there. And my longhorn bull was purchased by ACC, by the president of ACC, and it's actually up in his office in the presidential collection. And so the armadillo was also purchased to be up there in his presidential collection. So both my first sculptures he owns. And,
oh, that's so cool.
which is nice. He owns a whole bunch of, I don't know if you heard of Pena, the Southwestern artist.
Our video is breaking up again. Hold on. Eek. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Wait. There, yeah. We lost like from the time of the presidential collection to now. So we heard well, at least I heard. I don't know if anybody else. Did you guys hear any of that from the presidential collection? He has 2 pieces, and then after that it was like it was like buffering or something. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Country living.
Yeah, country living. Sorry everybody.
It's all right, dude. And it's also it's the Instagram platform too. It's never nice to us, so don't worry about it.
It's all glitchy, and I understand.
Yeah, it's fine. Oh my god, I was like, oh my god, it's gonna do it again.
Hold on. Wait a second.
Okay. Don't do it. I know. I just did the same thing. You're awesome. Who cares? Perfect. Okay,
Well,
so,
actually, yeah, I'm having my beers, so
oh,
it's
there you
Friday.
go. All right. I already
Yeah,
had my Bloody Marys for lunch.
there we
I had to
go.
power up. I had to power up. Now, recently you were featured in American Welding Society, right? Tell us
Yes.
the story behind that. I want to hear about it.
Oh, well, the whole feature from um, American Welding Society, it really starts with Bailey Industrial and them
Mm-hmm.
sponsoring me. Uh, they have been doing a campaign. So I've been in the American Welding Society magazine, the Fabricator magazine, and the AFF Journal. So the recent
Sweet.
AWS, that was really nice because the interview was amazing, and she really she really took everything I had to say and just wrote it so beautifully. Like, I was impressed and felt very
Oh,
honored to be like accepted because I feel like I live in this gray area where that the art community doesn't accept a welder to be an artist, and then the welding community doesn't accept an artist to be a welder. So here I am,
you're
like,
right.
trying to swim along where neither one of them want to, claim me. But
Right.
I
Right.
actually
No, you're
I have
absolutely right.
I have more, welding people giving me the nods, like the American Welding Society and Chris Mates. Like, he has two of my stingrays, and I just shipped off the two triggerfish to him too. So
Oh, that's
that
cool.
that like that makes me feel so good because I'm like, oh, the president of Lincoln Electric, he got my art, even though I'm making it with Miller welders. I'm
I
making his art.
know. That's okay. That's okay.
It's still
That's
art.
okay.
So
No, and that's a conversation we had talked about is about the same thing. You're why you have to be in the gray area. If you're not like a pipe welder, you're not a real welder. Or if you're an artist, you're not a real welder. If you weld, you're a welder. You know what I mean? Regardless of whatever niche type welding you do. I hate to see like people like fight against whether or not you're a valid welder or not. If you don't like it, scroll by. Don't acknowledge them. It's not a big deal. You know what I mean? But your work is amazing. So I don't get it. Like why people just because it's not their preference of welding process. You know what I mean?
yeah. Well, I definitely appreciate all those hardworking welders out there that they go through the whole process of X-rays and being certified. They work their rears off to earn that, to make those components for pipelining, NASA, NASCAR. I mean, there's a lot that goes to that, and it's unfortunate that they don't have little placards like they do for art, where it's like, oh, so and so had made this, and so and
Right.
so that, but you know, they don't get enough recognition, and I understand that, and it's hard, but it doesn't mean like tear me down because I'm just
Right.
making art and using their machines in a different function that what they would use it for.
Right. No, I don't get it either. And I see it all the time. I've actually left forums and different just platforms because they're just talking so hatefully on, one artist or another. And I was thinking, are you serious? And unfortunately, I've heard it a lot from the women's side. And
Mm-hmm.
I just don't put up with that type of BS. I mean, if you're a welder, you're a welder. If you don't like what kind of welding I'm doing, don't worry about it. It doesn't make you any more or less of a welder to talk hatefully to somebody. So don't lower yourself like that. You know what I mean? And I was talking to Eliza about this very issue. We had talked about it, like I had seen something about Barbie, and she has quite the rich history when it comes to like structural welding and her history. And so do you. And I was thinking, so when in fact do you actually qualify as this quote unquote real welder? And why do we even have to? I don't care. If you don't like me, move on. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how many times we have to prove to ourselves you're a welder, you know, like right, left, all processes, big art, little art. Like, come on now. At some point, you just have to stop and just stay in your own lane. You know, don't worry about what other people think. So it's nice when you get a recognition from somebody like AWS or Bailey. So it's good. I mean, I like that. I think it actually puts a stronger impression on other people when they question whether or not you're a real welder. I mean, look at the structure of your sculptures. My goodness, you know what I mean? Like, you're definitely
It's
a
not
real
it's
welder.
not gonna fall apart. I mean,
Right. Right.
it's definitely got good penetration, and
Hold on, Sarah. We can't. Hold on. I'm going to do something real quick. I'm going to see if we're going to reboot because we can't hear you. Buffering. Sorry, guys. Instagram country. We're going to try to reboot this real quick. Eek. Sarah. Nope. Yikes. I know. No, it's buffering. I'm going to do something real quick. I'm going to drop you out and bring you back in to see if maybe that'll like reset you because the audio is awful. We didn't get to hear anything from the part that you're talking about the sculpture classes. And everybody just said that audio and I can't hear. So give me a minute. You jump out and then I'm going to invite you in back in. So I'm going to see if maybe that'll reboot it. Let's see. Ah. Okay, hold on. Hold up. See y'all. Nope, it's buffering. Instagram, you hate me. I know you do. Every time, right, you guys? I swear. Just when we're starting to talk about the good stuff, Instagram hates me. I'm going to YouTube soon. All right. Gotcha. Sorry, guys. Let's see if it works. Blonde. Sarah, come back. Isn't that like an 80s song? Oh my gosh. I really dislike Instagram. Grr. Oh, there it is. Yes. Got it. Doom. Oh my God, now it's unable to join. It's not all good. Oh my goodness. Eek. All right, we're going to try one more time. Try it again. I sent another request. Híjole. No, it's not connecting. Instagram. You and I, we're going to have to talk. All right. All right, I'm going to shoot. I'm going to lose the video on this one. There. I'm trying to accept it. Nope. It says unable to join. All right, guys. I am going to drop this one, save it real quick, and then I'm going to start another one to see if maybe this will like remedy the issue. I'll be right back.